guys, welcome back to another video lecture. Today we are going to see the next set of modify commands. They are trim, extend, fillet chamfer, array and explode. Let us now explore trim and extend command. See, I can see here there are several lines which crosses one of the line, and if I would like to trim off these lines with the help of this cutting edge, it becomes quite easy. The command that I would use is trim. Okay, I can type trim or I can click on this trim. Both will give me the same end result, and all that I have to do is just click on the edges that I would not want to be protruding beyond certain edge, and that will take care of it. This is about 2021 version of AutoCAD. Trim command is switched on in other versions. It will ask for selecting the trimming edge, and here this line here is the trimming edge. So basically you will have to select that line and press enter, and then you have to go with doing like this. So what basically we would do is trim, enter, enter. So you press enter twice so that all the lines are selected as trimming edges. There is a conjugate of trim, that is extend. Say I have one more line here and I want all this line to come and meet this line here. So again here also I can use the trim command again, and if I press the shift button and then click on the line, it extends to this edge. I repeat, I click on this side pressing the shift when I am in trim command. Okay, shift and then click on this side of the line, and if I click on this side of the line, it tries to extend the line to the other side. So you have to be careful to which direction you want the trim to be extended. So you have to press the shift key while in the trim command itself. So that is how you can use your trim command to extend also, or you can also use the command extend. Okay, that is easily available here, extend. So that is why I said they are conjugate to each other, trim or extend. You can find it out both here. So I click on the extend and the extend command is ready to be used. So then I need not press the shift button, I just have to click on the lines, that's it, and they create all the extensions. This is quite easier in 2021 version of AutoCAD. Had it been the previous versions of AutoCAD, you would have to again press enter twice. After entering extend, enter, and again once more you have to enter. It is to select all the lines as the extending entities or the boundary entities. That is how it is called. So be careful, those who are using a version which is lesser than 2021, you have to be very careful here. That's about the trim and extend. As you can see, your table corners are rounded, they might not be sharp. To avoid any kind of accidents, by mistake you may hit the corner. So to avoid such situations, you always curve the corners, and that is called filleting. And under filleting itself you will have the other option called chamfer. So first let me introduce you fillet. Once I start the fillet command, it asks me to select the first object, or I have to define the radius or polyline, undo, trim, etc. So let me go with the radius first. See, by default the radius is 0, that means it is not going to fillet anything. So let me define the filleting radius to be, say, 50 mm. Okay, now let me select the first object, and once I go near the second object, it immediately shows me the filleting. So again let me try again. See, I define the radius. So since I have done it once with 50, that is the default value. Select the first line, select the second line, and that's it. The filleting is done. Now coming to the chamfer. Chamfer is yet another way to clear off sharp corners of a 90 degree or any other vertex. If I click on chamfer, again it is asking for selecting the first line. So before I go ahead with that, let me define the distances, and I'll tell you what those distances are, or I have to define the angles. So let me define the distance. The first chamfer distance, let me say it is 25. The second chamfer distance, say let me say it is 40. Now let me show you, I am selecting the first line and then I am selecting the second line. As you can see, a longer portion of this line was cut off and a shorter portion of this line was cut off. That indicates that the 25 was cut from the first entity that I selected, that is this line, and the 40 was cut from the second entity, that is this line which I selected. That is how chamfer works. I'm going to use chamfer with the next option, that is angle. When I click on the angle, it shows specify chamfer length on the first line, and let me define it as 30. I used it earlier 30, so it is showing as 30. So I am going to give the length as 30 and the chamfer angle from the first line to be, say earlier I gave 60, so let me give another angle, say 40. Okay, now let us see here. This is the first line and the second line. Now it is cut with 40 mm length and at an angle of 40 degrees. So that is how chamfer works. So that's it about the chamfering and filleting. Now let me define the next important set of command, array. Generally you come up with some patterns that you would like to repeat over a plate or something like that. Say for example, you have seen your computer set boxes, there you will find a lot of small holes put on the cabinets to allow air to flow in. And how do you make those in drawings? It is very simple. You use array. Let me use the command array. Once I click array, it shows me select the objects just like any other modify commands. So I select the object, press enter. Now by selecting the object, immediately there is an array creation menu which turns up on the top. I can define here the number of columns or number of rows, and I can define what is the distance between each of these columns or rows, or I have to define the total distance between these 4 columns. So either of these will work. Say let me define the number of columns to be, say 6, and the number of rows to be, say 3 itself. Let me keep it as 3, and the distance between, let me keep it as 50. And as soon as I change it to 50, as you can see here, it has changed to 250. That is, from here the last point with the similar entity would be 250 mm apart. So that is why I say either you have to define the total distance or you have to define the distance between. Either one is sufficient. Now let me define this also as 50. So that's it. Once it is done, I can click close array, and that's it. Now you can see the array is created. This is some simple array which has a rectangular kind of a definition. Now what if I need an array which is in a polar form? For that you have to click on the drop down and click on polar. Again, yet another difference between the versions of AutoCAD 2021 and other versions. If you invoke the array command, it will ask for selecting the objects. Then in the older versions of AutoCAD, it would ask you to select whether you want rectangular array or path array or polar array. So if you want to find the difference between these, it is very simple. Just keep mouse on top of the command and you can see this is how the rectangular array looks like, and this is how the path array would look like. You want to arrange it across a path, and this is how the polar array would look like. Say you want to arrange a chair across a round table, something like that. So it is basically easy. So I would now like to showcase to you the polar array. I would like to keep this as the indicator of the dial of a watch. So I'll again invoke the polar array here, select this object, press enter. Now it is asking for center point of the array. Now let me pick up some point which is the midpoint. Based on the midpoint, this is called object tracking, by the way. Let me select this one. Now again, as in the case of rectangular array, for polar array also this has popped up. You can change it here. I want say 12 of them, the number of items if I define, and then the angle between each of them automatically gets defined if the fill angle is 360. If I change the fill angle, it will change the angle between. Either of these must be defined, and by default the fill angle is always 360. And you can close the array if you can accept. So this is how array functions. Now as you can see, all these are single entities. If you select any one of these entity and all the other entities get selected. Suppose I don't want in this rectangular array, I would like to delete 1, 2, 3, these 3 circles alone, the remaining array to be there. What can I do? For that, the command is explode. EXPLODE, explode. Press enter and it asks for the object, and basically I am going to select the array. Press enter, and now you can see all these entities are independent. So I can select them and delete them. So that is how explode command works. So that's it for this lecture. I hope you are following my lectures. Thank you.